Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are continuing our playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdoms with the 8 Princes DLC, playing as Sima, and we left off last time with a little bit of a predicament. We chose, or I should say, I chose to move south to try and consolidate and defeat Fanzhou down south. But just last turn, war was declared from Songwai, among others, farther north. So I feel exposed here on the north, and I got to figure out how to deal with it and what to do. I don't think I'm in a great position, perhaps, to get anybody to help me out, as far as I don't know that a coalition at this point with war already declared or a military alliance with war already declared is going to work for me. And the only one coalition-wise is Sima Liang, who isn't even super near Songwai. And military alliance-wise, we could possibly get Ruan Shen involved, but I don't know once war is already declared. I'll have to figure that one out if we can, if that's even to our benefit, or if it can help us at all. We can see how expensive it would be. Yeah, and besides, it's heavily expensive to try and get that done. So that's not something that's going to happen. Let's face it. So I think what we're going to do is we will perhaps, because we have in Changsha, we can't really build anything up. I wish I was at one more level up in the coastal trading port, because boy, the defenses, the garrison is significantly better one more level up. But I think I needed, before I could build that, I may have needed to build the large town into a small city anyway. But what I'll do is perhaps recruit a small army up here. I don't have much positive income, so I gotta be careful I don't build too many. But if he comes at me with too strong of a force, I'll just have to retreat to the walls of Changsha, the large town, soon to be a small city. And I'm kind of thinking that's what I'll do up north. And in the south, I'm just going to push forward and try to consolidate this commandery down here and defeat Fanzhou. Worst case scenario, I guess, is my last-ditch effort to raise some forces in the north. If it's just not enough, hopefully I can at least make a stand come Changsha in the large town, and then with my forces coming north from the south, maybe retake the trade port. So that's what's going on in my mind. That's what I'm thinking about doing. In fact, let's just see who we have available army-wise, who would be well to start out with, perhaps. We have Ling Hong down there, who has some forces, and he's available. We recruited him already. Cavalry and some swords. Let's see, we have axemen available. I'm trying to think. I probably could use Ding Kui with archers, but you know, I only have so much money to spend, and so much per turn that I can afford to spend also, because if I did those two alone, that reduces down to 370 off of my positive income there. And then if I lose the town on top of that, I risk going negative as far as my cash flow goes, depending on how quickly I can take over the lands to the south to kind of balance that out. So kind of means I won't be doing a lot of building perhaps either, but I think I need to get a force here. Just maybe it will help deter his advances, and if he advances to me overland or by river, hopefully I get a chance to determine if his force is strong enough, if I can duke it out in the port or have to retreat. So I guess we better just do something and then see how it plays out for us. Let's go look at let's go look. Oh, I don't know if I can afford that. I think about all I can afford, even though they aren't going to get along apparently, is Ding Kui or Ding Q. So let's just go ahead and do it. They'll deal with their personality differences as we build up. So we're down to 88 positive income, which is not much. We'll start mustering up in the north, and let's see what we can do down in the south. Okay, we don't have any movement left there. We've made our stand, we've made our choices. Now let's see how this plays out for us. It just pains me to have that kind of an income, but we'll deal with that. We have no choice. Jin Empire has declared war on us. I'm not too worried about that, just because he is so friggin' far away. It's not a concern of mine. Ruan Shen, he would like a couple of my outfits here. I wonder, maybe we can negotiate to some lesser outfits, see how they do. I know I have a bunch of armor just laying around. I might as well use it to my benefit. And then we'll find out if we do have a coalition with Ruan Shen. Can I drag him into this war? We'll see. So let's see if let's take a look at some different armor and see what that gives me, and see if we can come up with an acceptable deal that's acceptable armor to give away. Because I'm kind of thinking the boisterous cricket we can get rid of. I got 2 of these expert leather or ranger's outfit and expert's leather, but then here I also have armor of the adept to compare with that. So I'm thinking we can offer up a couple others too, and I can hold on to the stronger outfits that do have some negative attributes, but let's see what this deal does. Oh, it puts it way in our favor, so I can just get rid of, which one is this? The boisterous cricket. We'll get rid of that one, and we got ourselves a deal. So that was convenient. Now we'll have to explore what we're able to do with our friend to the north and see if he's able to help us out with that threat to the north. Sima Y declared war on Sima Mao, and that's right on the other side of our territory, I believe. Oh, that's Mao Ren. No, it's not Sima Mao. Oh, he declared war over here next door. So there's another distraction for him. Let's hope. Let us hope. Oh, and I recruited my army to the walled city. I thought I was recruiting to Changsha, the trade port. Maybe that just defaults back to the main city. I don't know. I didn't notice, wasn't paying attention. So, and we are at war with the Jin Empire, as we already know. Sima D, coalition with Sima Y. So we got coalitions and partnerships and alliances building up all over the place. We have a noble birth. Son or daughter? Let's take a peek. We have another boy. We have very young boys that aren't going to be much benefit to us for a while. A 3-year-old and then a newborn. And honorable versus deceitful. You are in a discussion with one of your scholars. You put it to him that honor is the ultimate virtue, unassailable and true. He returns that honor, and virtue may make one's soul rich, but never one's pockets. Penniless is the virtuous man. Victorious is the pragmatic leader, he laughs. So I can't even choose the deceit, because it requires honorable trait. So my relationship, it looks, or I can just ignore, but I can, yeah, Bujun, I don't care so much about him anyway. I don't have deceitful, so we will go with honor and deepen our relationship. Hua Jin Ting. And finally, faction developments. Kiaoren workforce. Oh, I believe we just got a new reform. Yes, so our building time and cost. Cost not much, but it's definitely speeds up the construction time by a turn. And I think looking earlier, I've done enough of the civic boosts. I think I need to focus on some military boosts. And I think initially, to help lower my recruitment costs and redeployment costs, we are going to start my research there. I haven't had issues with supplies yet. And the looting hasn't been a big part of our gameplay yet. So we're gonna go with this research next on that reform. Song Wai. So he does have a definite force here down in his fishing port, but so far he's sitting in his port. So let's hope that's the way it stays for a little while, so I have time to build up a little strength. What do we have as far as with our partner down here, Ruan Shen? We don't have the ability because we aren't at war together. Oh, I guess we need to make it war. We can request military support from him, though. Probably excessively expensive, and I don't think I will be able to afford it. That's my guess, but we never know till we take a peek. Actually, it's not that bad. Not that bad. And I do have some armor sitting around. The Boisterous Cricket. It's valuable armor that I may not use. 55 armor base, 60 armor. This is heavier armor, although it slows one down a bit. I think I'm going to see if I can trade that. And it almost gets us up there. I don't know if I have much else in the way of things to be able to trade. No, none of my excess horses have any value. Yeah, I don't. Where am I sitting on everything else? No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. I don't have a lot of food to play with. Offer food. Because I'm going to build that small city which will take up some of my food. But I can offer 1 food per turn. That kind of sweetens the deal. And he joins my war. And we will set up some war coordination and see if we can take the heat off my north. I'm happy to do these kinds of negotiations all day long. Let's negotiate for war coordination. Select a target. Now, do I not have the ability? You know, we should be able to select a target. Now it's not activating. So let's wait and see if we can coordinate in the future. I'm not sure what's not working or why I'm not allowed to pick that target at the moment. But we have a partner in our war, and hopefully that will take off the pressure of Song Wai making a move against us, especially since he's declared war also against Sima Mao over here. We can hope, but we got some abilities to move south now. And we can't quite make it here. I don't know if that gives us enough movement to reach the lumberyard next turn or not, but we'll make every effort to get there. It's still summer, so we got plenty of time to attack. And I think that's enough negotiating, enough moving. I think, let's see. I'm not getting any special replenishment by staying in the city. Let's move ourselves forward up towards to get us in position to support the trade port. And move on and see what happens. Song Wai going to take a move here, or is he going to stay put? Who wants military access? Sima Chi? Oh, him over here. I may just do that to give me more flexibility moving up this way eventually. Wow, Ruan Shen has grown tremendously over on my backside. I'm glad we are friendly with him. We'll accept, we'll allow, we'll keep good relations over here. And we'll allow the military access. Plus we get a little money out of that, which is something I desperately need right now. So while I'm not excited about what that deal gives me, I'll take the money and run. And Ruan Shen, he will invite into a coalition. Oh, he wants to invite Song Wai into our coalition? I don't know about that. I'm not happy about that. We're at war, guy. I guess I would have ended the war, but... Okay. Song Wai has moved down the river. Maybe I should have, if I had noticed that he's moving down the river, maybe inviting him into our coalition would have helped. But I think what I'm going to have to do is, I don't think I have enough forces to stand up against that. We are going to retreat back into the city. War. The Empress, like a creeping vine, has wrapped around and choked the Emperor. Her tyranny cannot continue, so you have declared yourself in open revolt. The only option now is to march on the capital and free the Emperor from the clutches of his wife. That's a wife one doesn't need. What have we got? New ancillary, overseer, campaign movement range, and speed. I could handle the campaign movement range. What kind of an ancillary do we have here, and does it really help? It adds to reserves and administered commandery. I think I'm going to switch out for the campaign movement speed and switch right there. That leaves me a land shaper to assign expertise and resolve. That gives Huang Fushan better skills here, and now that leaves me with my farm manager as someone to assign resolve and expertise. And we'll just park you here. You're not the perfect fit, the natural fit for it, but we will. Let's see, surplus if yeah. Let's assign it to somebody down here if it's available. Yeah, let's assign here. I'm just shuffling everybody around. Oh, can't even use it right now. Okay. Oh, we can't assign right away. So we'll come back to that ancillary. Possibly shuffle around some more. But we have increased our movement range. That's important as we move to rapidly take the south and then move north to retake what I'm afraid looks like a lost Changsha trade port, unless I get lucky and he passes me up to head towards Sima Mao. And we have ourselves our small city, we have ourselves the wall, and our funds are only up to 1409. So it's not enough to improve, plus I'm about to lose it, so I'm not going to spend there. And I really can't add forces to my army at this point because I just don't have the per turn funds, especially if I'm going to lose that port. So I think what we'll do is we will look at building the marketplace, spend some money there. That'll give us some reformation. And let's see, reformation right now is hurting our research rate, it's hurting our trade influence, it's hurting our corruption. So we'll see if we can't increase that to get rid of some of those negative effects. So we will build the marketplace. Sima, let's go see if we can reach the lumberyard. That extra movement, definitely. I don't know if you would have reached it anyway, but the extra movement has paid off with that ancillary. And since it's a decisive victory, what kind of map are we looking at? Ooh, ugly little lumberyard kind of map. narrow corridors and whatnot, but it is decisive for us, so let's delegate and take over the lumberyard. Then we can move on to the small city, hopefully as quick as possible, and free ourselves up to move north. And friends have come out of that battle, Sima Yin and Sima Ai, increasing their friendship. So we have the lumberyard. It don't see a huge difference in our income yet. Let's see if there's any buildings we need to repair. No, we're okay down there. So we'll move on to large town next. And the livestock farm over here, part of the Jin Empire. Are we at war? We might even be at peace with them. So I may not get a complete commandery at the moment. I can't remember if I'm at war or not with the Jin Empire, or what our relations were up there, but although it's looking red, so I'm guessing maybe we are. So then we can complete the commandery after I rescue the trade port in the north, which I'm assuming we're going to lose. So let's move on to our next turn and see if that is indeed the case, and hope, cross our fingers, that our income stays positive. Here we go. Yep, I had a feeling he was going for me and nobody else. It's a decisive defeat. We're just going to delegate that loss. There's no way I could defeat such a force. And we have lost the trade port. And in a moment we'll see what our income looks like. Amazing. I thought it was going to be a much more drastic drop, but we still stay in the positive with our per turn income. Now Mao Ren has declared war on Sima Qi. Oh, that's over here across the way. So now that Sima Qi, that's to his benefit that he can cross my lands. We did that military access. Pays off for him after all. And we lost. We knew we were going to lose it. Or I guess we should say I assumed we were going to lose it. Our commandery is contested now. We built the shopkeeper. And this did increase slightly. So we gained a little tick up here, but no benefits yet. We got to do a lot more building to start gaining benefits that pay off on those reformation effects. We gained the creative trait. And we do know that already. So, in the north, let's hope. Let's see over here, can we get Ruan Shen? Let's take a look in negotiations just one more time and see if we are able to negotiate a war target.
Meal.
Just not letting me negotiate a war target. So because I'm not requesting military support from him, therefore, even though it gives me the option, I have to request military support from him, because he is not indeed at war with Song Wai, and he is friends with Song Wai, so we will not ask for his help, and we cannot. We'll never be able to afford getting him to help out with that, so we're on our own when it comes to our enemy to the north. We just gotta hope our forces in this small city are gonna be enough to hold out. Let's see if I can afford, now that I know I have a little income left, let's see if I can afford to recruit something down here. Lose 120 per turn, that would put us in a negative. I can afford to bring on an archer, it looks like. So we will pick a crossbowman, I'm thinking. Actually, my income would allow me to pick 2 archers, so let's, rather than 1, no, I can't quite do 2. That'll put me in the negative also. So we'll just go with the crossbowman and call it a day. And then let's take a look to the south. And we are mobile again with our leader. And how far can he get? So we can get down here with replenishment. And looks like next turn it is autumn. We'll see if we can do a winter battle for the large town, because we got a significantly bigger force. I'm guessing, I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers we can defeat. Freeing up Sima to move north and help us out and reclaim our lost territory. And we have a meager income. Am I able to... So I'm used to it in the first game. I didn't think I could move. So yeah, I don't... Oh, we could... We lose noble support, but we do get more money in. But since it's not that much, I'm still positive, so I don't need to... I'm not going to mess with the tax system right now. And what I will do is we will take a winter battle into town. Let's see what, make sure I don't miss anything else over here. We have some new characters in town. Let's go ahead and take the battle, see if we can free the south or defeat our enemy in the south, freeing us up to move north. What are the odds? Is this something I can go right forward with? Oh, it's a close victory. Not gonna be a cakewalk, that's for sure. And we got towers to deal with. There's probably gonna be plenty of overlap on these towers. I don't have flaming arrows. In fact, I don't have a lot of arrows, period. So we'll take a look and see the best course of action. We're going to start this battle, see if we can fight it out. I hope we can throw them back and crush them. We will see. I'm counting on Sima to have us be the ones that fight the hardest. Let's see what we're looking at here. Do we have a weakest entrance here? Do we have a spot that's a little easier to get into? We got potential barricades all over the place. And we got lots of overlapping towers, as I feared. Lots and lots of overlapping towers. What are we looking like on this side? Well, this seems to be the best plan to get in. We have to deal with some interior towers once we get there, though. But there's less overlap that way. Another option is right here. We got some potential. Without too much overlap, we got a little corridor right there with which to enter. So this side is the side we will be attacking on. Let's see how we want to set up. We'll just kind of move the forces over here to start with. Now, last time when I split up my forces, I wished I had given archers to both sides to help weaken the bottleneck at the gate. So we're going to try setting up that way and see if it does make a difference. I'm learning, I'm testing, just like you all who watch this playthrough. Let's see, we have some offensive support on both these gates that we're going to move forward. In fact, I think I'm going to bring my sword guards over this way. Make that the strongest part of my attack. We'll have the other part of the force over here. And the horses, the cavalry, will just be in the middle along with the leaders as we kind of figure out the best follow-up for them. And they're both mobile, so they could react both ways potentially. Okay, let's start the battle. See where the defensive alignments, defensive placements are. We definitely have strong forces there. We definitely have strong forces there. And it is time for us to deal with it. Where do they have the most archers? They got a lot of archer support over here. A lot of archer support over there. So let's change plan after that setup and hope we react faster than they do. We'll keep the spearmen over here as a decoy. Okay, looks like we have a barricade set up to make it difficult to move that way, and this way I'll still have this tower and a lot of forces to fight through. So this is not going to be a easily won battle. This is going to take some casualties to get this done with the kind of mix of force that I have right now. Now that we are bringing all the archers together, let's group them up for the moment. What is the reach of this tower? So we want to bring the archers in right about there. I'm thinking let's run them in. And we will bring the swordsmen running in right behind them. We'll bring these initial archers in to battle their archers. We'll bring the reserve, the second group of archers, to battle their units in the front, the halberds that have less protection. And we'll be charging my swordsmen in. We'll start out with the light swordsman to take the brunt of the attack, follow up with the heavy as a backup. Okay, we've already got their one archers to retreat. We'll keep our eye on them, make sure see if we can get these towers away from the halberds. They're getting pummeled by our archers, so hopefully that will weaken them up and soften them up as we get up there. That's the plan, that's the hope. So far, no movement over here. Our spearmen are holding them in place for the moment. We got one of the halberds already getting ready to break, the one in reserve. And it has broken. I want to see if we can do some damage to these guys in the back. Let's bring our heavy swordsmen up also. And we have broken through. We have broken through. Good news, guys. Good news, guys. Quicker than I expected. And we'll bring you one. In fact, I don't need to stop my archers. Let's bring them all against their archers in here. My cavalry can take care of that one. Time to bring the axemen forward. Time to bring our leaders up, as a matter of fact. Don't need to keep them safe now that we have the tower, and they are starting to move their own forces here in kind, and we're getting rid of the archers, so I'm fine. Let's move and be the attacker here. And while we're at it, my archer units will take some extra hits from their towers. But let's move on in, and before we use up our ammo, see if we can weaken their archers here. The threat of my cavalry forced his archers to retreat over there. Now I need my leaders over here to see if we can help punch through right here. He has abandoned the barricades. Nope. We don't want to go around that way, horseman. No, 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 no. In fact, we left one of you behind. Jiguan is his commander. Can we all do a little damage to his commander over here? Let's take our axemen here to try and open up a path. Have you axemen go against their leader, try and weaken him down. As we charge on in. Narrow corridors, not much maneuverability available. And we're almost out of our arrows here. In fact, let's come into the town so we can provide some support over here for the axemen if they get through that barricade. And we are struggling a little bit. We are making headway. We still have horse archers down that way. Are we able to bring our cavalry down this way? Now that we're breaking through. We have his leader retreating. Let's keep someone on him. Push the rest forward. Take over these towers so we quit taking hits like this. Let's stop those pot shots back there from happening. In fact, let's get them all just charging. Boom. We need to make headway with everybody else, take this next tower out in the series. And it looks like we have broken through this tower here, or this barricade here. So let's start making our headway over this way. We do have some archers available, so let's see if we can use them to help weaken on this path. And it's time. Let's bring these spearmen in that I've forgotten about. Post haste. Okay, let's see if you axemen can advance enough to knock out that tower that's pelting us on that side. We're almost up to taking out this tower. And it's mostly archers here that my axemen are up against, so let's charge them in and see if we can't take over that tower. And you guys are just walking and strolling down in the park. That's not a speed that's acceptable to me. I need to speed you up. In fact, we'll all focus on this cavalry here that's bottlenecking us. But we did take over the tower at least, so we're no longer taking hits there. And we will break through archers without a doubt soon. In fact, let's see if you can go against their strategist over here. In fact, I got my own 2 leaders here. Let's get the strategist out of the game. The last remaining general, and my spearmen are almost here, and they just realized it. So we've got this in hand. It's just a matter of wrapping it up now. We just get rid of that general. That's the last thorn in our side here. Let's just send everyone over there and see if we can't knock out the general. Because we are essentially done. Let's just speed it up, see if we can't get to that final result quicker. Because it's just a foregone conclusion. And there we go. So we have taken over the small city. Our forces, and it is only a close victory. Those tiny corridors, it seemed like it was going better than that, but we did take our fair share of losses. But in our trek north, we could probably do a fast march at the cost of replenishment, or we'll kind of judge that as we go. Close victory, gained some much needed dollars, much needed coin, and we have defeated Fan Zhu, it would seem. Faction destroyed. Fan Guai. This faction is no more. We have occupied the enemy capital. We have gained a promotion for Huang Fu Shang. We will do that next turn. What I'm going to do is just wrap this up at this point. I am recording this on my lunch break, and I need to get back to work here in a few minutes. So I appreciate you all joining me on my fun little gaming break at work. And we will free ourselves up in the south, hopefully hold him off in the north, and take back our trade port from Songwai next turn. That is the goal. That is the plan. We're free to move north now. So thank you all for watching. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Appreciate it all.